Welcome to the MotorScribes Auto Awards 2024. These are the definitive digital awards for the Indian automobile industry. And while this year has been a challenging one, we still have enough reason to celebrate. So we're going to be talking about the best of the best that have won segment after segment. But I'm not doing it alone this year. Joining me is a friend of mine who's equally passionate about cars as he is about film. So please welcome Alekh Sangal.
Thank you, Vikram. It's an absolute pleasure being here for this fantastic celebration. The MotorScribes Auto Awards really capture the essence of innovation and love for automobiles. Speaking of challenging years, I've seen some incredible creativity from the manufacturers. Maybe we'll get to discuss that today.
I'd also like to thank the esteemed jury members for taking the time out to be a part of the MotorScribes Auto Awards and for helping evaluate each and every one of these winners. So thank you Ankit, Manav, Praveen, Manu and Sid for really coming on board and making this a possibility.
First up, we have Hatchback of the Year. The Maruti Suzuki Swift impressed everyone with its refreshed style, upgraded engine and signature peppy nature. What's your take, Vikram?
Well Alekh, the Swift has been a favorite for many years. And in its latest avatar, it boasts of an all-new design. It looks very modern, very upmarket. It's got that nice premium touch to it. And it also comes with an all-new peppy 1.2-liter engine. So as a package, it works. With the pricing, it still works. And it is a wonderful hatchback if you are in the market for that. Which is why the Swift wins our hatchback of the year.
Absolutely, Vikram. The Swift remains a timeless choice for so many. Next, Design of the Year. The nominees are MG Windsor with its polarizing yet bold design, the Tata Curve for its futuristic aesthetics, Maruti Suzuki Dzire with its practical flair, and Citroën Basalt with its head-turning looks and practicality. Vikram, any favorites here?
Honestly, Alekh, all of them boast of something when it comes to design. Each one has got that oomph factor going for them. But for me, personally, is the Citroën Basalt because that's the one that really caught my eye this year. It is something that ushered in a bold new segment. We're talking about the SUV coupe segment. And it is also the reason why that design works because it is fresh, it is new, and Citroën has done it in a way where it's also very practical as well. You've not lost out on rear seat comfort or headroom either, which is why it wins the MotorScribes Design of the Year.
Well deserved indeed, Vikram. The Basalt has certainly redefined what we expect from SUV coupes. Let's move on to the EV of the Year. The nominees include Tata Curve EV, known for its innovation, the BYD Seal, a premium contender, Tata Punch EV, a practical choice, and MG Windsor, which combines design and functionality. Vikram, what do you think tipped the scales this year?
Well, tipping the scales, very honestly, is the MG Windsor. Out of the entire lot that Alekh announced, it's the Windsor that wins our EV of the year. And why, you might ask? Well, it's practical, it's innovative, it's got a fresh design, and yes, it's very fun to drive as well.
That's true, Vikram. The Windsor strikes the perfect balance between design and everyday usability. For Luxury Sedan of the Year, the nominees are the BMW 5 Series, renowned for its performance, and the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, a luxury icon. This is a tough one, isn't it?
Well, that's true, Alekh. When it comes to luxury, it's very hard to pinpoint a clear winner because all these manufacturers get about just everything right. You know, when it comes to performance, when it comes to utility, when it comes to comfort, creature comforts, features, they're all packed with goodies. But tipping the scales in our favor, and this is what the jury decided, is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. The all-new E-Class boasts of innovation, it boasts of style, and definitely, as the name suggests, it boasts of class as well.
Couldn't agree more, Vikram. The E-Class continues to set the benchmark for luxury sedans. Now, the SUV of the year. The contenders were the rugged Nissan X-Trail and the versatile Mahindra Thar ROXX. Vikram, the Thar ROXX has had quite a year, hasn't it?
Yes, Alekh, the Thar ROXX does have a lot of the limelight going for it. But before I divulge the winner of the SUV of the year, let's just talk about the X-Trail for 1 second. I know that the pricing was a little bit off, but as a product, it is something that ushered in a lot, especially with that bold engine. You know, we're talking about it having some serious tech on board, and that's why it actually made it to our nominee list for SUV of the year. But coming to the winner, the numbers have said it, the audience has said it, the jury has said it, that the Thar ROXX is the undisputed king of the SUV segment this year. And when we're talking about it getting 1.7 lakh bookings in the first hour of it going live, that's just testimony right there on the demand that this vehicle has created.
No doubt about it, Vikram. The Thar ROXX truly stands out as an SUV for the adventurer in all of us. In the SUV Coupe of the Year category, the nominees were Tata Curve and Citroën Basalt. Vikram, this one's exciting.
Yes, Alekh, the SUV coupe segment is definitely an exciting one because at the end of the day, we've seen two launches happen literally back to back, the Basalt and the Curve. But before I talk about the winner, let's just look at the segment over here for a second because we're talking about a new style coming into the market, a fresh new approach to addressing the urban SUV. And I think that these manufacturers are definitely onto something because both of them have got head-turning good looks, they're practical, and at the same time, they're fun to drive and affordable as well. So if you're looking for a change, you're looking for something different, the Curve and the Basalt are what cater to that need of yours. But coming down to the winner over here, the winner is the Citroën Basalt, and purely because it piped the Curve in terms of practicality. Yes, the Curve has a bold design, it's got that coupe line, it's got all of that going for it, and so does the Basalt. But it is with the rear seat comfort and the fact that it is a very tight fit on the Curve where it lost a few points. So the winner for SUV Coupe of the Year at the MotorScribes Awards is the Citroën Basalt.
Another big win for Citroën. The Basalt has set a high bar for the competition. Next, we move on to Compact Sedan of the Year. The nominees in this category have made quite an impression with style, safety and practicality all coming into play. Vikram, which sedan stood out for you?
Well, Alekh, you said it. The nominee for this year does have a lot going for it. And while the sedan segment, the compact sedan segment, is not really witnessing those massive numbers, it is over here that we actually see one player winning it, and that is Maruti Suzuki. Now, the Dzire over the years has sold over 27 lakh units, and the all-new Dzire, which launched recently and is also the winner of our segment, by the way, is a vehicle that now boasts of a 5-star safety rating, a bold new design, it's got fresh new features, the space on board is outstanding, and it is truly a new gen compact sedan that is brilliant for the family.
Well deserved, Vikram. The Dzire truly strikes the perfect balance between design and functionality. let's talk about the update of the year in the compact category. This category celebrates vehicles that have undergone key improvements, enhancing their overall appeal. Vikram, which update impressed you the most?
Well, Alekh, when it comes to the compact SUV segment, we've seen a lot of updates happening throughout the years with different products. But there is one product that's been rather underrated in this segment, and this year it received a massive upgrade. I'm talking about the Nissan Magnite. Now this vehicle, while the design changes might be subtle, it's ticked off all the right elements that a lot of people had a grouse with when it came to its predecessor. For me personally, it was always the slightly bland interiors, which have now been heavily upgraded. It looks fresh, it looks young, and it suits the overall style of the Magnite. So the Magnite is our update of the year in the compact SUV segment.
A brilliant transformation indeed. The Magnite has certainly redefined its segment. Moving on to the update of the year in the premium category. This one's for vehicles that have undergone significant upgrades to make them even more premium and luxurious. Vikram, which car stood out in this category?
Well, Alekh, when we're talking about the premium SUV category, I'm talking about vehicles like the Creta, the Alcazar, even the Jeep Compass for that matter. But it is in this segment that we actually had to argue it out quite a bit in the jury round, because it was head-to-head with the Alcazar and the Creta. Now both of them have received a massive facelift this year. But what sort of turned the tables in favor for the Alcazar was the fact that it received a slightly larger upgrade as compared to the Creta. And that is why it is our premium SUV update of the year.
The Alcazar has truly set a new benchmark in its segment. A fantastic update at so many levels. Next up, the luxury SUV of the year. This award celebrates the pinnacle of luxury, performance and innovation in the SUV segment. Vikram, which luxury SUV truly impressed you this year?
Like I said, Alekh, when it comes to luxury, it's always a tough call. But this year we had an outstanding machine make it to our shores in the form of the Mercedes-Benz EQS. It was a unanimous decision by the jury that this is undoubtedly the luxury SUV of the year. It packs in a brilliant cabin. It's got oodles of performance thanks to that electric drive that it offers, push you back in your seat sort of feeling. It is a Mercedes-Benz at the end of the day, so it's packed with tech as well. And if you want to be cocooned in comfort, nothing does it better than the EQS SUV.
The EQS is truly the epitome of luxury and tech innovation in the SUV space. So well deserved. Next we have MPV of the year. These vehicles are the kings of space, comfort and practicality. Vikram, which MPV deserves the top spot this year?
Well, Alekh, if we take a look at the nominees in this segment, we're talking about the BYD E-MAX 7 and the Kia Carnival. Now the E-MAX 7 is a nice electric MPV. It takes the game further on from its predecessor, which was the E6, and that was a 5-seater. Now it has now moved on to becoming a 6 and 7-seater model, and it is truly an electric people's machine. The other vehicle, which is the Kia Carnival, has sort of upped the game over here, because we're talking about it getting like luxury level class at a slightly more affordable price. Yes, a lot of people did question the price point when it was first launched, but let me tell you that the fact that Kia is clocking more than 3,000 bookings on it is proof and testament to the fact that this vehicle works and how. So the Kia Carnival is definitely our MPV of the year.
The Carnival continues to be a leader in the MPV segment. Kia has certainly set a high bar with this one. Now let's talk about Scooter of the Year, a category that brings together performance, style and everyday usability. Vikram, which scooter stood out for you this year?
Well, Alekh, the scooter category has always been one that's been about the commuter and what the commuter gets with a vehicle that's a point A to point B sort of mode of transport. Now we've seen some sporty machines come in, some electric machines come in. We've had the Hero Destiny make its debut. We've had the new and updated TVS Jupiter make its debut. But when it comes to the winner in this segment, it undoubtedly goes to the Hero MotoCorp Destiny. It's a vehicle that's practical, fun to ride, it's got a lot of style going for it, and they've also made it extremely practical by figuring out how to open up a whole lot of space under that seat to give you access to storing your helmet, keeping your papers. Well thought through ideas are what make it our scooter of the year.
A fantastic scooter that offers great all-rounder performance. Hero has definitely hit the mark with the Destiny. Now, moving on to Retro Classic Two-Wheeler of the Year. This category celebrates the nostalgia and charm of retro motorcycles with a modern twist. Vikram, which bike captured your attention this year?
Well, Alekh, when it comes to retro classic motorcycles that made their debut this year, there were two that really stood out. One was the BSA Gold Star and the other one, the Royal Enfield Gour Classic 350. Yes, it's a long name and it just made its debut in Goa, as the name would suggest. But both of them have ushered in this throwback value to themselves, that entire retro appeal. The BSA Gold Star undoubtedly looks brilliant. It's got that level of sophistication going for it. But when we're talking about this segment and usability and people also putting a lot of faith into a product, this is where the jury felt that the Royal Enfield Gour Classic 350 would be the winner of this segment.
Royal Enfield has done it again. The Gour Classic 350 is truly a standout in the retro classic category. Let's dive right into the Editor's Choice Awards now. First up, Manufacturer of the Year. Vikram, which manufacturer has impressed you with their forward-thinking approach and consistent quality this year?
To put it simply, Alekh, the winner of the Manufacturer of the Year is Maruti Suzuki. They've definitely stepped up their game. They've given us a 5-star safety rated product in the form of the Dzire. They're looking at bringing in safety levels at this level on par across their entire product range as we move into the future. And we're also going to see them stepping into the EV game very soon. Maruti has always been a leader in the Indian market, and they truly deserve to be the Manufacturer of the Year this year.
Maruti has definitely set a new standard, especially with their focus on safety and value. A well-deserved win. Next, we have Tire Manufacturer of the Year, a brand that has delivered innovation and safety at every turn. Vikram, which tire manufacturer stood the test of time in 2024 for you?
Well, the Tire of the Year award goes to Apollo Tyres. They are a company that has always been at the forefront of innovation, bringing in exciting products, whether it's for two-wheelers, four-wheelers, mass market segment, or even high-end vehicles as well. This year we've seen them bring in some nice tires for high-end SUVs through their British Team brand, and those are outstanding tires that perform extremely well, both on track and off-road as well. Their entire range that caters to the mass market has definitely made further inroads, and they're doing a great job with the two-wheeler segment as well, which is why they get to be our Tire Manufacturer of the Year.
A fantastic choice! Apollo has truly delivered on all fronts with their exceptional tires. Next up is Drive Event of the Year. This category celebrates the most exciting and memorable automotive events. Vikram, which event made a lasting impression on you this year?
Well, Alekh, for the Editor's Choice Drive event of the year, there were quite a few contenders. We've had some exciting drives at different corners of the country. But the one that stood out this year was the Volkswagen experience up in Ladakh. It was a nice 4-day drive, and the way that Volkswagen pulled it off was that they had customers do one leg and then they had the media do another leg. And I think that that is a great way of telling a story, letting people experience a product, and an innovative new way of bringing your product one step closer to the segment that it will cater to. So yes, the Volkswagen experience is our drive event of the year.
What an adventure that was! The Ladakh drive was certainly one for the books. Finally, we have Product Event of the Year. This category honors events that not only showcase the latest innovations but also set the tone for the future of the automotive industry. Vikram, which event stole the show this year?
Well, Alekh, the Product Event of the Year is essentially one of the best launch events that we've seen. Now, most manufacturers either call you to a 5-star hotel or they do it up in a nice location where they showcase the product, tell you a little bit about the product, its specifications, features, pricing, and all of that. But then you've got Mahindra that pulled off Unlimit India, a massive event where we got to spend time at their research facility, see behind the doors of their R&D facility, and then move on to their proving grounds where we got to experience their electric origin SUVs, the BE6 and the XEV9e. A massive event with all the action packed in there. Everything that would have been a slide in a presentation was showcased to us in physical format with live demos of everything. Undoubtedly, the product event of the year.
An event that really paved the way for the future of electric cars. Mahindra's vision is truly exciting. It's time for the final 2 awards. Let's talk about Bike of the Year. The winner in this category must combine performance, design, and real-world appeal. Vikram, which bike stood out as the best of the best?
Well, Alekh, as you said it, we're on to the big awards now, and taking away the Bike of the Year award is the Hero MotoCorp Maverick 440. Now, it's a bike that has stood up to everything that you just rattled off in terms of what makes it a winner. Yes, there were other very strong contenders out there in the market, but it is the Maverick that really won the jury over.
Absolutely, Vikram. The Maverick 440 has definitely raised the bar in its segment. Hero has truly set a new benchmark with this bike. It's time for the big one, Car of the Year. This is the award that celebrates the ultimate automobile of the year. A car that brings together innovation, design, performance, and customer appeal. Vikram, which car has truly stood out for you this year?
Well, Alekh, you've got that vibe going just right, because when it comes to the Car of the Year, the excitement is definitely top-notch, and this year we've seen some serious contenders out there. From the Tata Curve, the Citroen Basalt, the Suzuki Dzire, the MG Windsor, and of course, the Mahindra Thar Rocks. But amongst these, while all of them have been winners in their own regard, it is the Rocks that has stood as the beacon over here. It is the one that wins this segment undoubtedly, for it is something that has just ushered in a level of craze in the country. You post a picture of the Thar, it will go viral. That is just where the Rocks exist today. It has become part of our psyche. It is something that has created so much excitement. The fact that it garnered over 1.76 lakh bookings in the first hour of bookings going live. The craze continues. I get daily pings on the MotorScribes channel asking questions about the Thar, wanting to know more about the Thar. And of course, it is just such a good looking vehicle as well. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, bring it together for the Mahindra Thar Rocks that wins Car of the Year 2024 at the MotorScribes Awards.
What an outstanding choice, Vikram! The Thar Rocks truly embodies the spirit of adventure, and it's no surprise it's become a crowd favorite.
Well, Alekh, thank you for joining me and celebrating this great year of automotive excellence. And what a year it has been. We've seen some fantastic products come out in the market, new segments rising up, EVs gaining more traction in the market, and it has just been one of those years that puts a smile on your face. So with that, thanks once again, and thank you for joining me and co-hosting the MotorScribes Auto Awards.
The pleasure was all mine, Vikram. To all our viewers, thank you for joining us for the MotorScribes Auto Awards 2024. Here's to more innovation and unforgettable drives in the year coming up.
Stay safe, drive responsibly, keep the passion alive, and goodbye.